Alright guys, Upscare Edge here, and I am back with Texeon. He's the creator of the Hive map, if you ever played it, or if you've seen our old videos. I don't even know how long ago, it was years ago now since we did our last one.
Yeah, it's been far too long.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's been a while. So he's actually just, you've pretty much completed the map now. It was always completed, but you were never fully satisfied, and now you've redone a lot of parts and been wanting to show me. So we're going to be playing through it all, and if anything you've changed, just make sure, get out of here, jockey. Anything you've changed, just be sure to tell me so that way I could show everyone else what you've changed and stuff. And if you haven't seen the old video, I'll put the link in the description for it. And just make sure you watch this all the way through. So we're going to play the whole one, the whole campaign. We had to vanilla our games, though, completely. Turning off every mod because... Ooh, boomer.
Yeah, internet issues, it wasn't playing very nicely. Now, finally in.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no further issues.
Nah, I'm hoping not.
But you know, it's great because the internet's connecting everyone across the world. You can even play with people in different countries as we are at the moment.
Yeah, well, here we are complaining.
You very quickly get reminded that internet's still not as great as you would hope it would be, and it's 2018. So, I don't know.
I don't know if it's the internet or if it's just like, oh shit. If it's Valve and stuff. Fucking being lazy.
Well, I remember when I used to be trying to play test this with other people. It would get so bad, you'd have to use some third-party app in order to trick your computers into thinking they're on the same local network, in order for it to connect, and, you know, either not crash or not freeze while loading or not kick you for never having the correct or same mods or whatever. So, I'm glad this is working out for now.
Yeah.
I'm cautious.
I mean, like, whoever has that server up for your campaign, you can use best available dedicated, but because this is the new version of the campaign, we're unable to use that server. We need the maintenance key still. Oh, there's Charger above. Looking like he's...
So this, for example, this is a new area. What I did was...
Yeah, it was a cutoff point.
Of all the extra... yeah, I took the opportunity of... all these closed off areas to open them up and adding as much extra detail as possible. So, you know, the first level there's not much area to work with because I wanted to keep it still and focus on the hospital, but I realized there were multiple wards on each floor, and so to reduce the linearness of the level, why not just open up some more wards so it actually makes you have to work to find the clues and get the little parts so you can finally get into that elevator and go downstairs, you know? So
yeah, it's, I remember because the roof was just straight up cut off up there to the right.
Yeah. And there is and so now we've got to hunt around for key cards, keys, the works, so we can start figuring out the mystery, if you will. Oh. I've just realized I still haven't picked up the primary. So this is not good. Oh, okay, forget it. Molotov.
That handles most of the horde. I still have pipe bomb too. We're only on normal, guys, due to the connection and stuff. We can't have the difficulty screwing with us too much because we do want to try to play through it. But it is really fun when you play this. Like I said, me and my brother beat it on the expert, and it was tough. Obviously, not this version, the older version of the map. So need the maintenance key card. There's a sniper there, shotgun there. So locate the elevator, turn its power on, and find the key card to use it. Still need to find the door key still. So here we go.
So this is one of the new wards, for example. Also,
yeah, because it was always just that one guy. This is new over here.
Yeah, just the one ward. Now you've actually got to go back and forth to try and unlock different areas to get into the rest of the hospital. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, because this part I remember there was no one. This was never here before. Like this.
No, this whole ward didn't exist. It was the doors blocked off, and you had like a hospital bed pretty much blocking off everything.
It says searching body. I actually, for some reason, I thought it said searching booty because it's like only the lower half of the guy's torso. So that's the maintenance key.
It's only the lower half. Jesus
yeah.
Christ. But also like so at the front of the hospital, originally there used to just be blinds covering all the outside windows except for a couple, and so, you know, it really detracted from any level of realism because all the blinds were perfect, they're white, you couldn't see into any of the windows. So now if you end up going out and having a look at the rest of the hospital, you can see that there was absolute carnage as the chaos completely took over the whole hospital. I mean, yeah.
We got that key, so we have to go upstairs, ain't it? I did notice that.
Oh, which one?
The maintenance one. I think that's upstairs.
Okay,
the
so
top
that's
floor.
the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the roof.
Yeah, I did notice outside that you had the one windows that are like actually visible, like see through. You could actually see out of them.
Yeah, you know, and like people hanging out of them, fire and stuff. I also think I managed to fix the skybox a bit. I'm not too sure.
I don't see any flickers or anything.
The development of this mod has taken so long, and as I was explaining before, you know, life takes over. As a result, it just drags on and on. I really wish I got this out earlier, but I'm just glad I'm about to upload it and get it done.
Yeah, because there is still diehard people that play it.
Sorry.
No, I was saying there's still diehard people out there, right? So.
Yeah. But it's like you're telling people for ages and ages, oh yeah, there's a mod in the work, it's happening, it's gonna happen, you know, stick around. And it eventually gets to the point where they're like, okay, mate, you gonna deliver, or are you just trying to keep us quiet? No, I'm hoping to deliver.
Yeah.
So
you can't help, like, life, especially even I know, life just takes a quick turn and everything could change, so, and that stuff is always priority over anything. I mean, like, it's not like they're still waiting for the whole campaign. They were still able to play the old version, so it's still not that bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, as a developer, you just hope that the work that's been done on it, makes it worth it. Because there's a lot more variation in each of the levels now, so you actually get to experience more than you did before, while not taking the attention away from all the classic areas that, you know, were in the movies and the games. So, yeah.
Hold on, let's get Lewis.
It's always the bot.
Yeah.
Is he being gouged to death? What's going on?
I don't even know what happened, because he seems alright, but... There we go.
Good on you.
One of the main things of mapping, though, is making sure that you don't have any leaks, because remember that first leak I ever told you about when you when that horde would start and they would at the final map and they would jump over the mountain, and I told you my FPS would just fucking, it was gone. It was. Yeah,
there was a lot of because you know this campaign was very much a learning experience. I only had one big like level kind of thing. Project I was working on before this, which was the Resident Evil inspired thing called like Barrister Building or some shit, and the idea was it was some area in the middle of the CBD of a city, probably like Philadelphia or something. I don't know, and it's supposed to lead to an underground hive or underground facility. It even had like an underground train station and docking kind of thing. So my first attempt at doing some Umbrella Corporation, the Hive kind of project, and then I quickly moved away from that when things like, you know, life got a bit busier, and then I moved on to this campaign. And then halfway through developing this campaign, I thought I'd take a look back at Barrister Building. Oh my god, the amount of graphical and, you know, design glitches and how badly designed it was. You know, when they say, oh, you know, practice makes perfect, and your first works are always the worst, it could not have been more truthful. I could not believe how badly designed that map was, and I've never looked at it again. Never again. Never going back.
The main thing is, too, I find, I say, like, if someone, like, I have never built a map, but if someone said, I want to build a map, what should I do? Me personally, I would suggest them doing, like, a survival map or something small, whereas you took on a 5-part campaign, which is, I mean, go big or go home, I guess, in that sense, but, like, yeah, it's just weird or crazy to start on something so huge if you haven't really tried it, like, did something smaller, but,
yeah, well look, the way it progresses is I started off with Barrister Building, and that was me getting introduced to Hammer Editor and the Source SDK, and let's just say that the first attempt was horrendous. Then it moved to me reworking content that was originally made by Valve, which was the second map on. Okay, so this
that's
dice,
new. I was just gonna say.
As soon as you open a door, it'll lock in place and it'll choose the route that we take for the rest of the level. So, so there are multiple paths, and they're like, and on some levels there's like forking points on the path.
Okay.
So when you open a door, it'll choose using like, you know, random case logic kind of stuff, which paths you get. Sometimes they're longer, sometimes they're shorter. Sometimes it's the same path you took when you first played the campaign, and then when you get to map 4, you end up being sent 7 floors down to some new area you've never seen before, only to work your way back up.
That's what I liked, and you know, Valve tried to do this, but usually when Valve did it, it was just literally 2 different paths, and they didn't even make it so you could randomize it on versus. It was only for the campaign mode. So that's interesting. So will it give us a number?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is new as hell. I don't remember this at all. Yeah. This little room is completely new. This one.
Yeah. Well, the idea is that originally I didn't want people locking themselves inside the safe room until the, you know,
event was over.
Panic event ended. Yeah, and also I wanted people to have a reason for leaving the room, which is to, you know, restore the power to get this
instead of doing
control panel working.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because you used to be able to just do it from the get-go, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, so Paris Civilian was my first attempt. Being introduced to a Source SDK. It was terrible. My next thing was reworking Valve content, which was making Whitaker's Gun Shop Roof. All I had to do was add new areas and, you know, cut holes in walls and turn them into new rooms and stuff. Then I made the Cedar Survival map, which was probably my biggest undertaking before this campaign. So it all was progressing towards this.
That's a cool little side effect, though. That little door.
Yeah, the powering up. Yeah, there was quite a bit of like sound rework and adding stuff that was missing.
Is that door there and that room there on map 1, or was it only added to 2? I didn't notice it. Was it there?
Which door?
This door.
Yeah, this one was here. Yeah, but it was closed and we weren't even being told to open it. So, yeah.
Okay, so it was
right
there.
Past it. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it turns into one of those, you know, continuity errors. You get in all those films. Probably end up on Cinema Sins or something. I don't know.
So just to let everyone know, when you guys get this map, you'll have a 5-part campaign. All the sound effects that you're hearing come in the map as well, so you don't have to worry about it. My mods are completely turned off, so everything you're seeing is what you get when you get the map itself.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of custom textures, a lot of custom sound effects. Yeah, it was a lot of fun making this and also updating it, seeing what could be redone to improve it. So I'm going to be really glad when I finally get this released. I just hope there's anyone left to even see the final product when it gets released, because it's been so long.
This seems like so. Obviously, the bots still float, but like it's such a smooth transition.
It's an engine glitch because it can't it can't keep up with how quickly they're moving. In fact, it thinks that they're starting to fall from like a high-level building. So.
Like Zoe's doing all right, but that always happens anyway. Look how far we're going down too, though. It's crazy.
Yeah. Just the idea that you end up like a mile underground or more. I don't know. Never measured it. Oh, sorry.
It's not normal. Oh, this is new too. I don't remember these little beacon things. Unless these little containers, or soon-to-be containers. I don't remember this. Unless I walked by it, or maybe you had a new light.
I was able to bring in. I was able to bring in a lot of content from a number of other Source SDK game engine kind of games. So you just wait till we get to the dog area in the 3rd map.
Oh, this has changed,
so
hasn't it?
You see how that door's not open?
Yeah.
Go back to the area we passed through. because the arrow gets randomly generated, and so it's now we've got an alternative path.
Yeah, that's the path. Like if you see in the first video, that's the one I'm used to. That path there.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
getting.
I got to go through a different area. Over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's on the other side.
Yeah. So see, there's this.
Wait, this is the same one, isn't it? Oh, it's here.
No.
Oh no.
So you will not have been through this area before.
What? Wait, this
you're
is.
not guaranteed to get a new area every single time. Sometimes you'll get to try out new areas. Other times it might be the original path from the original campaign I released. The fact of the matter is the game tries to give you a different version of the campaign each time. Just a little bit more.
Did you see this?
Variation.
Is that just lighting hitting it? Why is this like stone cold white?
Yeah, that's lighting, just a reflection issue.
Oh, okay. So we're going down here. I've never seen this before, so that's good.
No, this is a brand new path. I'm actually glad it did it, because otherwise
Yeah.
there'd be nothing to showcase in video. So we'll see what it does in the other maps.
Hey, if it's all like this, then it'll be a spot on video. If it's all different, that's for sure. I mean, it's nothing
But
wrong
keep
with
in
the
mind,
same
this
stuff
alternative
anyway.
Path, sorry, yeah. This alternative path will not prevent us from going through the main areas. It's just additional areas to experience on top of
The main parts of the campaign.
Yeah, the main part. So we're still going to go through Dining Hall B and so on. So it shouldn't detract from the overall gameplay. But it just adds a little bit more variation that I think the original campaign was missing.
No, definitely. I mean, in my opinion, just playing it's perfect the way it is, and you've just literally, it's almost like you've just added to it, like in a sense of adding to how good it actually is. It was already fine and brilliant the way it is, and you've made it better as well on top of that.
Try and get these bots in here if we move over here, I think. Bots don't want to come in because they're killing all the zombies.
Oh yeah, that's right, because that door is behind it. Is this going to shut? This one? Emergency?
I chose not to make it shut. It
Okay.
did originally, but the nav mesh in this game doesn't like the door shutting. Oh, and they're coming in from behind. Molotov it is. Goodbye. In fact, they're all probably going to come from behind now. I wouldn't be surprised. So we're well aware of the original labs that we get to find on the other floors, specifically where the T-virus was being created. But this is a new area I created called E-labs. The outbreak didn't just happen in one section of the Hive, it caused absolute catastrophe everywhere. So I tried to sort of capture that with the fact that there are, other labs and other offices that have completely been decimated.
Yeah, because this was quite a big place, especially if you see the schematics, it is a big place.
Yeah, well that's also what I wanted to try and make use of, is the fact that, the 3D blueprints you see in the movie, there's so many areas you never know anything about. Actually, I won't heal right now. Opportunities to,
It'll fix itself.
We're back. And some smoke got me for a moment. Alright, we'll keep moving.
What I like is how dark and dingy this area is here. And then you come into this nice white area, like that's just crystal and clean. Well,
Yeah,
besides zombies.
Hospital grade clean.
Stainless steel.
Completely covered with blood everywhere.
I hear smoke, or where are you? Oh shit.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, that's cool. So it burns that path, and now you're forced to be redirected to this one.
Oh.
What made you go with a U for this door? Like the computer symbol instead of just a regular umbrella? Because that's the first time I've seen that on a door.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't given much justice for its usage, so...
Okay. Start putting it on some of the doors as well.
Yeah, I mean...
It was just a screensaver, essentially, wasn't it? That's all it was.
Yeah, and I actually had made it to be on some boxes, like on the box textures, so, like, it's not being used anywhere else, so I either remove it from the game completely, or I you know, turn into a blast off. There you go. You step into a developer's mind. There's really no like reasoning.
I obviously I just noticed it and noticed it's different, so I was like, I gotta see at least what is up. Oh, well, that's pretty sick. I like the way with the mist and all these poop particles I'm smelling.
So this is the
whoa, shit.
Center. So we gotta get out. We gotta get through and avoid all the fire and stuff.
Oh, can you go that way or no? Or you go this way? Oh, you go around this way because the other way has a fire. That is.
So what happens when your 500 staff members or so of, you know, engineers, maintenance, personnel and stuff, when they're all zombified, shit starts to break down. So.
Yeah, and I like that I don't know if you've said it this way, but all the maintenance style zombies, like the airport worker ones, you used out of the Left 4 Dead 1.
That's actually a thing. In Hammerhead is good enough that when you're developing a nav mesh, which is an invisible thing that you can't see when you're out of dev mode, which tells the game where zombies can spawn, where bots can step, where are walkable areas, etc. You activate this sort of like painting mode where you're able to tell the game what kind of zombies or infected should appear in this area.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Because I noticed that too. As soon as like when we're in the maintenance style area, we're running into maintenance style zombies, and then in the other areas we're running into doctors and stuff like that. So it's cool that obviously lets you do that as well. I think Lewis is a lost cause back there.
No, I might have just got him. They seem to like these control panels and they hang around them, but I think I managed to grab him. Yes, come on, Lewis. Yeah, okay, good. I was concerned that he was going to get stuck in there, but no, thankfully no. So, I don't know if you remember, but if you come this way, that door that you originally went for, oop, the door that you originally went for, and you're like, oh, it's locked now.
Oh yeah, that's right, yep.
It's actually...
This is the path, ain't it? Yeah, because you go down and... this is the original path here. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I remember this. And then you come right down.
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, you don't get to miss out on the original areas, but it guides you through a different part of the...
gets you experience both as well, which is kind of nice. Because this is, yeah, the original, and people might be like, oh, okay, well, it's just a hallway. But if you get to experience the other one, you get to go through a lot more stuff, even though it makes the map longer.
To become familiar.
Yeah, because I was like, right when we walked in here, I was like, this seems familiar. The spiraling staircase, so... I like that some of these keypads don't glow. You just click on them, and they know, like, you just... It's kind of like human mind. Instead of clicking on the door, you're going for a keypad. Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks a lot different even in here. I think the way the mist is and the lighting. This looks a lot darker.
Well, one thing that people commented on, that there weren't enough fog volumes on the ground. So, you know, the direct light sort of screws up the fog. So I added a few more duplicates of it, and I think it sort of looks like it does in the movie now. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, because you don't want to overload it with fog, and like the thing with like in the movie is you got to take into account is it was the lighting. Oh, the lighting changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It was very dim, but also you got to keep in mind is that each of these they're animated textures, and while they don't, well, no, sorry, I take that back. They're not animated textures. They're actually particle volumes that use textures, but they are like random, so they are being drawn in real time. So I've had to duplicate the same layer multiple times, the same like fog volume, to get it thick like this. The issue with developing a campaign is you got to make sure it doesn't start slowing down
FPS
and the FPS because you're trying to get a certain effect. So as long as it's not screwing anything up for you, I'm happy.
No. I mean, the game, the good thing now is the way Left 4 Dead is it's quite an old game, so it's hard to have issues with, like, obviously computers nowadays. But, like, with certain leaks and too many entities, it can bog down even good systems. So, but no, there's no issues at all here.
Right, let's hold these bastards back. I wish I had my Molotov still, though.
I think
nice.
I'm throwing that to waste time, and there's a molly with explosive ammo over here. Nothing beats the music, man. The Marilyn Manson, like, they just did so good.
He did such a good job. But do you know that Marco Beltrami also had a lot to do with the soundtrack?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He actually made a lot of... Yeah, so I reworked how the liquor boxes open up.
I was hearing it. I was like wondering where the hell it was. What ones break? Because it's only a select few.
Now there are things breaking out, and you got to be wary of whatever's coming out of the boxes. But yeah, Marco Beltrami did a lot of work on the soundtrack, and he actually made a lot of the very notable scores that played in a number of the scenes. But it was a complete collaboration between him and Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson did a lot of like the really crazy sound work and like atmospheric ambient sound effects and stuff, but Marco Beltrami, I believe, did a lot of the scoring to actually make a soundtrack and not just, you know, weird sound effects that, as they said in the commentary, set off the pet dog that Marco kept bringing into the studio, because apparently the frequencies that were playing from the sounds were absolutely insane.
What is there only a % chance of getting a tank there now? I thought there was always a tank for some reason.
There's a % chance, yeah. So each box has been programmed that it can spawn a smoker, a hunter, or a tank. Now the smoker and hunter, if you've got the mods that I've said in the collection that you should download, they will be replaced with lickers. So yeah, there's a chance. So I've reworked all the computer screens, so they're actually all animated now, including as you're hacking.
Yeah, it's crazy that you have like these entities that are moving. Why is the left one got a square box? Is that, or wait, that one has a square box too. Did those just come off the square boxes?
No, they were there.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, animated textures are not that intelligent in Source SDK. Otherwise, you need to do a lot of programming work on the materials to actually get them to do really cool stuff. But so the best you can do is have the computer do the same thing. But I think it adds a bit more life to the room, because originally it was just static images doing nothing.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think it looks amazing, the fact that you got moving entities there.
Yeah. So now, rather than just a sound effect playing, you actually get to see... I watched frame by frame the hacking scene in the movie, and I've redesigned as closely as possible these computer screens, which actually appeared in the original, the official trailer.
Yeah, I remember the first trailer I ever seen. Man, this is probably everyone's favorite part. I mean, it was mine. It was always mine. I mean, I still try to, but oh, just in case.
Yeah, there's some defibs here just in case.
I think I don't think I remember the pattern at all, but...
Well, please don't die, because you'll like what happens when the grid starts. Rework the laser grid.
Really?
Hours and hours.
You didn't tell me that.
Got it. No, you get ready. Get ready, mate.
I'm wondering if it's gonna come like...
I love this soundtrack. Oh my god!
I'm scared now, because like I don't know if it's gonna be... I don't
keep
really...
Back. Keep back.
Oh, is it? I like that it could trick someone.
Don't get cocky.
Yeah. I don't.
There it is.
Oh man. I was about to go through that little square though.
You thought you'd
I was gonna. I was gonna be like this. Oh shit! That scared the fucking shit out of me. I didn't expect zombies to be in there.
No, they shouldn't. But that's directed for you. It's very unpredictable.
Okay, so yeah, they block the door, that's why sometimes. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. I don't think you had her
No, I didn't. And also the laser grid in the previous version was literally a like square, like normal squares, like horizontal and vertical lasers. That laser grid was actually 128 individual single unit like walls lined up one after the other, and they're all manually programmed to show up one after another every single frame to create the animation of the
why is it when you look at her like head on with the thing in the background she goes invisible? Is that because is that texture over that? Like how does that work? You see what I mean when you're doing that, right?
I think it's because of the hinting, but the fact of the matter is partially transparent material with a glow on
It's
it.
still incredible.
So,
Like Valve has never done anything even similar to that. That's just fucking crazy. I mean, it was cool before, but that's just awesome.
yeah, I think it's just trying to get the details that were missed opportunities from the original, that I could have done if I hadn't tried to rush it out the door. Because, you know, when you release a campaign saying coming soon in 2015, which is how far back this was released, you know, you want to try and keep to the timeline.
No, I get that. That's fucking it's sick because that's the first time I ever got to see her. I remember you messaging me telling me you were gonna be doing it, like adding it.
Yeah, I didn't actually think I'd be able to do it. You know, I actually had to learn a lot in like 3D modeling software like Blender, which I hadn't really used before.
Oh yeah, the hint's gone now, so she's fine.
Yeah, good. There we go. So I'm not talking shit, thank God. But you know, there's a lot of this does come down to limitations in my own understanding. But it is interesting when you do learn where the actual engine has limitations.
The
like
thing
that
is,
elevator issue.
you started off with mapping, but you've also, since you've been playing and doing stuff now, you've learned a lot more than just mapping as well. So it's...
no, this is if you wanted to become a game developer, the most efficient way is to get into it, because I had to learn how to make sound effects. I had to learn how to make text. Is that zombies coming?
It sounds
textures,
like it, yeah.
3D models. You know, not really programming, but the material editing system, which has programming on the textures. It's pretty neat. There was a lot of that I had to pick up, and you know, I don't know. I think the campaign file itself is 1 GB in size if you download the full thing off Game Maps, which is going to be uploaded soon. But my the development folder, like that, just contains the textures before they've been brought into the game folder. It's like 3 to 6 gigs. So, like, yeah, 3 to 6 gigabytes. So there's a lot of like assets that has to go into it.
Why were the bots already down here? Do they have like issues with the nav points to go down the into the sewer and stuff? Because they were already down here when we were doing the talking to her.
What probably happened was because I don't know if you would have noticed, but because the next point on the path is for them to go down that ladder that we took, they would have all been hovering around on
above
the top
it.
of the lid. And then when we probably got too far away, they're like, okay, we've lost line of sight, and now we're being considered too far away from the players. Okay, let's pop to the next appropriate location to get closer. Sometimes the game glitches and it takes them further.
I mean, it doesn't much matter.
My nav mesh could still be better, but
it doesn't much matter. I mean,
rather than get stuck in the hallway again.
Most people are probably going to aim to play this with buddies, but the thing is, at least you have the AI working properly. Because I think I remember when I first played this map years ago, the first part of the map, the first elevator, they had issues getting in the elevator.
Yes, and that's now being fixed. In fact, there was a patchwork fix that I did in the updated original version, where it's like, hey, are there bots playing? If so, don't press this button, because if you press it, it'll remove the teleporters that put the bots into like the train or the elevator. I was able to finally fix those, and so now they actually walk right in, because there's sort of like invisible pathing that that's under the elevator, so it tricks them, because like, oh my god, we want to go through the floor, so they end up standing right inside.
Yeah, it lets people know like all the work that has come out, like how you know how much like changes they'll expect if they replay the map. I mean, if you haven't played in a while, Left 4 Dead 2, it's definitely worth trying this map if you've never tried it before or replaying it. Oh, get off my head. I mean, the only reason why I reinstalled it was the player map, so like I'm gonna keep it installed anyway. But
well, the problem is you end up getting into this cycle of make a change, compile, load game, check to see if it's okay. No, it's not. Close game, make a change, compile, etc. Rinse, cycle, repeat until you get it. And so I used to be an avid Left 4 Dead 2 player. I used to play so much Left 4 Dead 2. And then because I went ahead and started trying to develop this campaign, or just developing the mods in general, you never actually play the game as it is. It's always from a development standpoint.
Just like play testing stuff, so you're not even really caring. Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna go down.
Jump down if you have to. There's an elevator up. That if you pull that button, that means if your friends fall off, they actually just can come right here and climb up like Zoe's about to.
Wait, elevator where? Oh, that.
Sorry, not an elevator. A
ladder.
Ladder. Sorry. Oh, okay.
That's actually that's new as well.
Yeah, that wasn't there originally. And you know, if you want to be all shit, there was no ladder in the original game, but it makes things more convenient. If you do.
The thing is you want to be 1-to-1 scale, but you also have to make sure and realize, hey, this is still a game at the end of the day. So
it's still a game. Yeah. It has to be reasonable in that regard.
So yeah.
Healing up.
Oop. This fucking.
Okay, I'll shoot him.
Okay.
You climb up, I'll shoot him for you.
That one does not want to die. There we go.
Cool. Oh my god, fucking zombies! I'm climbing. I'm trying to climb. Okay, cool. Keep moving.
Right.
Like, if you've developed something on this game, you do learn of its limitations. For example, this gauntlet event is designed that the zombies keep coming at you from the front.
Whoa, fuck.
Yes, and this is now we've got the random, got the alternative on this map. So there's actually the short path would have been through here. Now
that's what I remember this store. That's why I was looking at it, like waiting for it to open.
Now, I'm so glad it's working out perfectly.
I was like looking at that door. I was like, "What? When is it opening?" Oh, see, that looks sick. The way the water is and everything in there.
Yep. Because all the labs flooded because the virus got out and they wanted to seal it all in. So this is where they were actually cutting up the infected. But yeah, so you learn the limitation. So the gauntlet program that zombies will keep coming front, so it's always a steady flow of zombies you've got to keep shooting off. Thing is, the limitation of it is that the more ground you cover, the less locations the zombies can spawn, because they can't spawn from behind you when it comes to the path. So yeah, the more ground you cover, the less, you know, intense the horde will be.
This is new to me as well. This with the vials and the operating tables. Yeah, this is.
If you have a look over here, you can actually see after Dining Hall B, the infected in their containers are moved up here.
Okay, yeah.
So ready for you know,
experimenting
dissecting.
and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. No, that is really cool. Plus the music just adds to it. I mean, it's just spot on.
I love the soundtrack. Alright, well, we're gonna have to get go underwater if you want to progress. So
really?
I'll lead the way. Yep. And one-way mirrors and stuff.
I didn't even think we would. Okay, fucking hell. I did see an arrow there, but I didn't. Oh fucking hell.
So.
Yeah, that's spot right on. That's awesome.
So this is where they were also working with more T-virus files, which you can actually see they're being stored.
Oh yeah. See that model of the T-virus and like the antivirus is spot on.
I gotta take my hat off to which I don't actually have one on my head, just being figurative. Dr. House, who makes a lot of weapon mods for this game. He worked with Splinks, I believe, and a couple of other modders to make the throwable T-virus. And I'm lucky enough that they actually gave me, for the original campaign, permission to
use them.
Modify that, modify the mod, extract out the 3D model, and turn it into a static prop that you can then place around the map.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you supposed to open this or?
No, this is where all the water flooded off to.
Okay. I was going to say that, because if we open that, I'm guessing it would be totally flooded in that room as well. Okay, right, yeah, so this is familiar.
So we're back to the original lab, and this is where the other pathway you were expecting would have let us through to.
Oh, okay. See, that's why this is what I was expecting us to walk into, but obviously.
Long path versus short path, and so now you got to experience a little bit more, see some more detail, fight some more zombies.
The one thing is
but
about different path too is there is detail there, so it's not just about, oh, it's taking longer. There's a lot more to explore, a lot more to enjoy, which is awesome as well. Oh shit. See, these textures here are off for me. The bottle. I don't know if they are for you. I see the two bottles.
Yeah.
And then those are wired into this little beaker thing. Yeah, they're pink and checkered.
Can you take a screenshot of that for me? Because I will take a look at that.
Yeah, let me just see. What is my screenshot button? Let me just check settings.
F12.
It usually it is, but oh, it does say it's there.
Press print screen because it will crash your game.
There, now it worked. It just took a couple clicks.
Yeah. I will, because that's actually how I used to fix the issue. Take a screenshot, refer to the footage, and,
Oh, there's more over here, too. This one. Oh, this is completely checkered.
Probably the same model, so obviously I didn't pull the textures into the mod pack, so this is actually good, because last thing you want is to be talking all about this extra detail bullshit, and then you end up finding that you got pictures that are,
checkered.
You know, something from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Alright, I took screenshots of this so we could press on.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
These are like little things that you could fix anyway before, like, obviously releasing, because that's what your next step is to do, is to make sure that these are available for people to download. And once they are, I'll make sure to put the links in the description. I'm guessing you're putting it on Workshop?
I will be updating Workshop, so for anyone who's already got the campaign, it should actually update
itself
automatically. The thing is, I've managed to shrink the game down from 7 add-on parts to put the whole campaign together to 6. So,
is this new? I don't remember Doggy.
Yes, that's new. I was able to extract the dog models from the Contagion game, which was made with Source Source SDK, and reskin them a bit. So, you know, try to more accurately remake the.
No, it just puts in that kind of that vibe, right? No, that's sick.
Yeah. So here's the rest of them.
Oh yeah, okay, the one hanging out. I don't know how I noticed that one first and not that one. Oh yeah. That's sick. It just adds to the, like, it just adds to it in general.
Again, missed opportunities from the original campaign. So.
It's not like you were lazy and just didn't do it. Some of this stuff has only just been released, you know, at certain times as well. And you know, as more things become to your availability and the more learning you've done, you know, the more you could use something.
And that's probably, I think that's just the nature of modding. There's always room for improvement. You know.
At least you have a good base to work on.
Well, I got to thank Valve for the fact that they made Left 4 Dead 2 on such an easy to use.
Oh God. I didn't think he was up here.
I'm trying to shoot you. Oh.
There's a jockey here too. It's almost dead though. I'm shooting it. Yeah, it's dead. I would hate to see this map open in your editor though. There are way too many entities and stuff.
Well, it's actually not. I mean, besides like telling the game where lights and stuff are, the fact of the matter is that the models that you're seeing for like props and stuff, like doors and, you know, stairs and stuff, they look exactly the same. The only difference is there's no the lighting isn't, you know, perfect or anything because it's in development mode.
Oh yeah, true.
But the fact of the matter is that yes, there is a lot going on. Not as much as you think.
Obviously, not knowing anything about it, you're gonna think there's a lot going on. It's kind of like if someone that doesn't know mechanics opens up a car and they're like, "Wow, there's a lot here."
Yeah, it just looks messy. Look at you taking the top of the leaderboard so far.
All right. So this is the 4th map. The finale, you said you've changed really a lot of it, haven't you?
Yeah, fourth map probably got the most redevelopment.
Because it was the shortest, wasn't it?
Well, here's the thing. It's actually one of the longest maps, but the problem is when you're on a train that drives at what, like 150 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
It pretty much helps you get from one side of the map to the other. So it came off as one of the shortest. But now it's actually had the most rework done to it in regards to alternate paths and so on. So yeah, I hope it doesn't give us a short path, because there's a lot of stuff has been done to us, and we're getting the long path. I just hope it takes us the full gauntlet and not just...
Wait, you knew that right when you walked in this room, so explain how you knew that right when you went in this room.
I guess the hint that is saying what we need to do, that's popping up on our screen, is different from the short path.
Oh, okay.
So you see how it's saying pry open the elevators? If it was a short path, it would have told us to press the keypad to open a door.
Yeah, this is new. Open the hatch. Oh, that hatch.
Full custom built elevator shaft.
I was gonna say, doesn't... Whoa, oh god. Did not expect that. Yes, let's get in the metal box. That's safer. Oh, get out of here, Jockey.
That's just collapsed 8 floors, you know, that seems safe.
Wait, we went down 8 floors?
Yeah,
that
so
quick?
now we have to scale it way back up if we want to escape the hive.
Okay, so that's what kind of adds to the longer path, though, because now you're making your way all the way up.
Excuse me, but it's giving us the alternative path, so we completely bypassed the gauntlet. But if you want to see the gauntlet, I guess it means you got to play through again and see what happens, see what the dice roll gives you.
That's the good thing, is it gives you replay value, even though this map is shit. You're gonna want to replay it anyway because of what the map is, but the fact that it gives you different stuff every time is just gonna add to the replay value more for people as well, which is nice.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I guess it means that, you know, this video or the playthrough won't give away all...
Exactly, because if we showed absolutely everything, they'd be like, well, I don't need to play it now. But now it kind of gives you, like, and there's other ways you might not have seen, so it still makes you want to play it. And keep in mind, too, when you have all these other mods on, the only reason why mine are turned off is so we could connect to each other. Once you have all these other mods on, it'll be brilliant, because you could have, like, so lickers and, you know, change whatever other infected.
So this is where the other door would have left. So on the other side is the elevator room.
Okay.
Now we just so you see, if you had to go through the full gauntlet, this is another alternative path right here.
Okay.
So, you know, I'd almost be happy for killing our characters, but you know, it's another opportunity for another playthrough later on. But
yeah, because this is all familiar. I remember this.
Yeah. So basically, you end up downstairs and you go through this area, and as soon as you open it, the lighting turns back on and causes a fire. And Red Queen, being good old Red Queen, thinks, you know, well, I need to seal off the area and gas the oxygen out so I can put out the fire. And so now it's like a race against time to escape the area before you get locked in by these huge ass blast doors that will then suffocate you and the team to death. So. And then not only that, but a good old alarm makes sure that every zombie in the area knows where you are. So you're trying to escape with all these zombies pushing you back in. But guess you got to experience it for yourself.
No, that sounds awesome though. I love this model too, of the T-virus and like how everything locks into place.
Mate, I want to actually build the one from the movie. In real life, I've actually found a tutorial for building like 1-to-1 scale, like actual T-viruses with liquid inside them. Sorry, the vials. So we can't inside the door. So she's on,
but she's half out, so it's. There you go.
There we go.
You know why it is? I wonder if
pop
it's because
in a moment the door will force her in. But
that, or she could get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's either gonna fight. This is actually be interesting to see what happens here. It's like, Zoe, you're about to die. Oh, yeah. There.
You're going to die down here.
Yeah.
No,
the train is most iconic part out of the movie, so this is one of my favorite parts. Even though like you're just in it and it moves, you go so far too into the map.
Well, that's the thing. That's why most people thought it was the shortest map, because this thing takes you so far. If you had to walk it, seriously, in the mapping tool, you actually you can fly around to different areas. It takes a solid 15 to 20 seconds to fly, and you fly really quickly. So it does take forever to get from the ends of this like train tunnel. Then it makes it seem like it's a very short map, but it's actually not.
I like jumping at that. Oh, like when you jump at it and you bounce back into the train. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
I like that you could get off it.
Sorry.
It's okay. I like that you could get off of it.
As long as the jockey doesn't put you onto
the tracks.
Okay, there's a charger.
I like that you could get off the train without it killing you, because that's like the one thing I worry about in a lot of either mods or some games is moving when getting off or like moving with something else moving. Yeah, because it just could instant kill you, and it's yeah.
But no, I found this guide to making your own T-virus files. If I can somehow pull it off, I'm gonna make a full set of 24. Try and make the syringe that you see in the thing, and then try and make the case with like I don't know.
You're talking about an RL, like real life, you mean?
Yeah, like real life.
So
real life
this part,
files.
the real question is what is with this?
What is with?
Go fuck with them. Look at this wall. There's no umbrella sign. What is this?
What? Oh, you're saying there's not enough umbrella sign?
No, I'm saying there's two big ones here. There's a tiny one on this wall, and this wall. There's nothing there.
See, what I would not be, okay, I'm gonna take a photo of that. But what I would not be surprised about is that when you end up carving up walls, if you got an overlay, which is what this little image is, the image is not baked into the texture of the wall. It's actually another thing pasted over the top.
And you just drag it as close as you can.
Yeah. Yeah, well what happens is you tell it what face of what block it's supposed to project onto.
Okay.
You chop up the wall slightly, it doesn't know what face it is because you just turned the one face into four. So you end up losing that texture and you've got to reattach it. I've obviously missed that.
Is this like
now,
is this like always off?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of the stuff is in the facility is now malfunctioning because there's no one around to take care of it.
See, that's the thing is like, it's funny because in the video I'm gonna sound nitpicky, but I'm actually having to nitpick at the simplest things because everything else is too fucking perfect. So that's why I'm like, look, there's no fucking logo on this wall. Why the fuck is there no logo on this wall? Or you know what I mean? Or
there's not enough umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where I am now looking at this wall. Where the fuck am I? Am I in a lab or am I in a house?
Oh, thank you.
But no, like honestly, there's nothing really to actually try to say that needs fixing. That's the thing is like there's absolutely like when we first played there were simple things and I told you the things that needed attention or it was this an issue and you're like, oh, that actually is an issue that you didn't know that was an issue and stuff. But now there's like nothing, so it's like I'm struggling to find something here to fucking complain about. Not that I'm looking for stuff to complain, but I'm just saying it's fucking hard to fucking say if there's something wrong because there ain't. Yeah. Besides the blatant obvious of the checkerboard shit, but I am interested in this part. Oh, there's a new path here as well. 6.
Yep, we're starting in a completely different way of getting into the mansion.
Oh, okay, so it's not just coming.
Take the long scenic tourist route through the mansion.
This is already different right out of the gate because I remember coming out of here and there was a staircase going right up.
Yep.
No, there's this is all new. Little.
Just trying to figure out what weapon I want to take.
Small room there that you can't go in. What about here? Oh, same thing. Oh, these looks like the garbage disposal things are like back doors.
Okay, so we get to go through the crypt, I think.
Oh, this.
Yes, we do.
These
textures. This is the crypt.
Oh God. These textures. Do you want me to screenshot them as well? These little squares.
A screenshot, but I'd be curious to see if you have all 6 of the add-on parts installed because I'm using those because I removed all the development files out of my game folder and it's showing up correctly for me. But please,
I will check after
please take a photo.
Yeah, I
will
did.
Double check after. This because even though we're doing like a little, I guess, promo video of the thing, this is still a final play test of from a third party of this for me.
So I already remember this is where the first Crimson Head is out of the first game. Yep. So
it's my best attempt at a bloody coffin. It's so bad.
That is wood though, right? Yeah, that is wood. Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfect. There's like a little piece of grass in there. Do you see that in the fire pit? See that? I don't know if it's coming.
Because it's a bloody displacement. So all this what is it? Where? Let me see. The dirt that's protruding through these bricks. It's called a displacement, so it helps you make like bumpy surfaces and stuff. That's what it is. It's just a mud surface.
Oh, okay. So that's why there's a bit of grass.
It's supposed to also have like weed sticking out of it. So unfortunately,
that's an instructable piece of weed there. I like what you did with the heads here, the severed heads and the little slots.
Well, I couldn't find the mask, so I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta have to use some.
This is what makes me wonder, is obviously people were able to take the models out of the remaster. I wonder if you could get the model of the mask. Not that it fucking bothers me.
Oh, I know believe me, I tried. I have the remaster. I was able to, you know, the doors in the actual mansion that you're able to see, and they
open.
Like, the side doors and how they open. The textures in that are actually me having played the game when you're about to open and just taking a screenshot one like frame before the doors start opening.
That's hilarious.
Using them as textures in the game. So I did try to extract the textures legitimately from the thing, and
like this
and
too.
You're about to see textures that I was able to pull out because we're about to go through the gallery.
I was gonna say, look at this. The fucking stone of the baby there, with the arrowhead.
Yep, that's actually from the game.
Oh, this is spot on.
This is me playing Resident Evil the remake, and then as a change, taking screenshots and trying to remake it.
Okay, yeah. So you can't go in here. Yeah, you come out. Then obviously you have that gated area, which is over here. I'm gonna see if I can jump this. There we go. Oh yeah, that's
these
fucking.
Are from the actual Resident Evil game. So Capcom, don't sue me.
That's hilarious. Don't look directly at the spotlights above him. Have you noticed how fucking bright that shit is? Jeez.
Oh, actually.
Look at like one of the lights. Look at them direct.
Yeah. Okay. You know, if HDR was enabled in this game, I wonder if it would prevent you from seeing correctly. You'd have some little floaties going for a bit. Oh fuck.
To be fair though, it doesn't. Like I said, it's just funny. Like I said, I'm struggling to find something wrong, and that's not even really something wrong. So you got the little pathway out there as well. This is the Spencer. This would be his right here.
So these door textures are actually screenshots from playing Resident Evil Remake.
Wait, so hold on.
I wasn't actually able to. I was in the game, game folders, and to extract them because they use some like special archiving file type and like compress everything together, so it was very hard to extract.
I mean, they do the part. I mean, it's better than just using like one of the Left 4 Dead ones.
But sorry, I interrupted you. Were gonna say something?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that these two pictures on the wall are the exact same. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't.
Oh my god! Alright, no, that's a screenshot. That's pissed me off already. Really? How did I manage that? I would not. I probably copied the same overlay twice accidentally. Okay.
Oh shit! I'm gonna go down.
On the toilet.
Yeah.
I'm on the toilet.
So this is where you pull the plug. This is cool. It's cool actually to see this part of the mansion. Actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
Where Jill throws up in that toilet.
I had to prioritize which would be the most memorable, but also not slow down the gameplay. So I'm like, either the side where the dogs jump through the windows, or
is that
the dining.
Is that not to cut you off? Is that black texture there? Like it's only happening on some of them. I don't know.
That's a lighting. That's a lighting glitch.
Okay.
I've noticed that before. I don't think I can resolve that because
it doesn't bug me. I'm just like I said. I'm just because before you put it out to public, there's probably people that are more anal than me. So I don't know if there's gonna.
I'll see what I can do. I'll delve back into the actual editor.
This is sick.
See what is that. But this is the corridor with dogs, and this It's a pain in the ass. There was no Venus statue thing.
Yeah,
Get out of the game.
you looked like you chiseled it.
I literally had to put this together myself. And unfortunately, because there was so much detail, on, I actually had to lower the poly on it because it would crash the game with how detailed it was, and so the result is just almost
right when I walked in here. Obviously, I knew it wasn't the thing, but I could see that it was made. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't ask me to 3D.
Was this short in this? I feel like this was supposed to go deeper, wasn't it? Straight deeper, or was it
there's a bookshelf, I believe, right here, and then I think there's a secret doorway. But the thing is, this whole corridor is filled with like giant portraits and paintings and stuff. So, you know.
Yeah, true that. You don't even really. It's not even a big part of the game. Besides, like that's where you get your extras and shit. I remember just seeing this anyway, and I was like, because this is the original part right here where you came up from.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's closed.
Yeah. So that's actually that door that you're looking at that's closed is actually the alternate path. So there's like, because of the branching system with the underground corridors and stuff. So when we came out of the crypt, there's either the gallery that you can go through or the door that leads to the backyard.
Okay, you can go right to this.
We could have either had the short path or the path that ends up taking you through to the.
So just to confirm, then none of the other you haven't done any more of the rooms, right? Besides that, like that room's not done. That one, because it's all pointless. Because that's not what the map's about. It's not about playing the Resident Evil, remaster. You're just adding.
The thing is, the fact of the matter is that there's so much detail that can be done, and
the amount of deal.
The remake does it well by itself.
Yeah.
So I could have easily done the thing, but people then would be disappointed because it's like, well, there's an opportunity to do puzzles and so on. Problem is, this is a game where every 60 seconds it spawns zombies if you're not progressing far enough in the game.
Yeah, it's not the same. So you don't want to keep.
It doesn't work as a formula,
No, it doesn't.
It'd be nice to take people through the other areas where possible, but at the end of the day, we're trying to escape a nuclear bomb in the moment, so. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, like, this is based on the Hive map. You don't want to start doing, like, parts of the mansion. And then imagine, like, the players doing all this shit in the mansion, and then they still have to do the finale, which is escape. And then if you die, you're redoing everything, and that's what gets bland and boring. But
exactly.
The fact that you made the front hall looks crazy. It looks good. So I do remember this. This is all about running your ass off.
The painful part of the campaign. For how unforgiving it is. And that's Jaja.
I'm gonna probably throw this bile bomb. I want to get us through this little bit first.
I'm gonna be honest, the ping is holding up pretty well. I'm actually
you're not lagging on my screen. You're not even lagging on my screen at all. But like obviously. Okay, this is the chokehold.
Okay, so we got the alternative path on the escape. Get ready for an area you haven't done.
Yeah, because usually you go right, and I don't remember this van.
And you can still go right, but in this instance, we get to go left.
But still 5 minutes till donation.
Yep.
Okay.
Now make that 4.
Oh, shit. Taking that shotty. So I'm going to try to experience this, but also try to move. Oh, no! This fucker wasn't even
water distribution area. Oh.
Jockey's taking me for the awesome tour.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ.
Oh god, we gotta go in there. Oh my god, all this horde plus the water.
Yeah.
It's like hard rain. Oh god. Just get in here. Left or is that dead end? You have tested every way to make sure you could actually get to the same point, right? Within 5 minutes, I'm guessing, yeah? When you did this?
Yes.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
So every path is.
Don't take any moments of slowing down. Seriously.
No.
If you're caught up by the zombies, they will chew up your minute. This is probably the easier path. Oh my god, there is so much acid.
Oh god, how did it? Oh god, where's the AI? Come back. Oh, I can see a huge ass error code out there.
Where? Oh no, come on.
Whatever's floating out there from here that I could see.
We're gonna find out, aren't we? I'm not sure what you're seeing.
It's a huge error code right above your head. Just floating on whatever these are. Is there something around all these pipes? I took a screenshot for you.
Yeah, there are like fences and stuff.
Oh, that's what it is. It's the fence. Oh god, 2 minutes.
You're going, come on, almost set.
Oh man, it's so intense, especially when you don't know the path. See you later, Lewis.
Yeah, when you're trying to do a finale with, there's really, no one has time for alternate like branching paths and shit. It's just push forward, kill the zombies while you can.
Bye, Lewis.
We're right here. So we're in the basement of the hospital.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you come from up there, I'm guessing, yeah?
Don't wait for them. We've got to keep pushing forward.
Oh, I'm not waiting for them.
We're lucky they'll make it. If not, they might warp close to us, but we're probably going to die thanks to them.
Really? Are we?
That blast door doesn't close because it's waiting for them. If they don't get in time, we're screwed.
Oh shit. I thought it just starts to close at a certain time.
If we do this on our first attempt, very happy.
30 seconds, see if they get in.
Oh, there's a 30-second timer.
Holy shit!
Alright, so heal me up.
I love how
20 seconds to spare. Oh.
That's jokes. First try.
And let's see how broken the credits are, which is the thing I was never able to fix.
Yeah, so this is your main issue, so let's see. 1 hour 15, that's right, I would say. 0 deaths. Okay, yeah, 0 0. 0 0.
So incapacitated is wrong, obviously, but I think it'll get the special kills, is what it does get.
Adrenaline used, pipe bombs used. So this is all 0. This is the only thing that you've been trying for months to fix.
I spent 9 months straight trying to fix this shit. I could never fix it. See, it's got the zombies, but none of the throwables and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, me as a player, I never gave a fuck about the stats, period, even in very hard and stuff, or expert. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know, because the thing is, it made me, I thought it was like some kind of nav issue or something where at some point the campaign breaks like linking up sections, and then as a result it screws the credits. But if that was the case, you'd never be able to progress with the bots. So I don't know. I tried to fix it, but I really don't care at this point. I just want to get this thing out the door.
No,
so.
honestly, it's something minimal. Maybe some people care about. I personally don't care about the stats anyway. And with the low fan base of Left 4 Dead, the people that are hardcore players probably aren't going to really give a shit about the stats after being blown away by the map anyway. And after playing that, the only things that were wrong were a couple, like the one error code at the end there and a couple textures.
Glitches, yeah.
Exactly. Everything else worked fine.
What I'll do is with the screenshots you've got, I'll be able to find the you know, the objects in the editor, and then find out, you know, are they missing the materials and stuff in the mod folders.
I'll also check my add-on folder, and I'll let you know quickly in a sec here when I close it.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix those issues here.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to tell anyone? Like this is our second playthrough now. You've done a couple updates in the past, and now this is your major update with all these other different paths and different things and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, this has taken long enough to come. I mean, and stuff does take time, but it took longer than I wanted. But now it's about time it gets released, and you know, there will always be something or other to improve, but. You know, the main, you know, to what I wanted to do is there, and a lot of the missed opportunities I was talking about, such as like improving the laser grid and the Red Queen and all the additional paths to, you know, fill in more backstory, that's been put in. But, you know, for me to also move on in I have to, because this is a project that means a lot to me, and I've probably sunk thousands of hours into this.
You must
over,
have.
the course of 3 years. I've spent so much time on it because it's been such a fun hobby to work on. But in order for me to move on to other projects, and I've been asked to do other stuff. I mean, I only had, before we played, someone telling me I should try and make the military facility from the movie Doom, 2005 movie Doom, with The Rock. They said I should do it, and, you know, I'd love to do that project. Problem is that I've been a person to start projects and never finish them. So the fact that I've made this campaign in the beginning is like crazy for me. But it's time for this update to go out. You know, it's an update. It's not a brand new release. It's an update. And sure, it adds a lot of content, but you know, it's got to come out at some point. And there have been people who've been sticking around waiting for it. It's about time.
No, I know. You've been telling me about it for a while, and you're like, once it's ready, he's like, you're like, I'm gonna send it to you so we could do a playthrough before I post it. And one main thing I want to say too is a lot of maps that are shitty or just don't get enough credit or whatever don't usually get dedicated servers. Where there is someone out there that has put either a server or a couple servers out for your map. So you shouldn't have to do local with this. You should be able to go to edit settings and do best available dedicated, which when we did, it did find the server, but it was the old version. So hopefully when this is, once you fix whatever you need to fix and it's put out there, hopefully that will update itself and you can actually play with your mods and enhance your experience even more so than the map already does as well, because obviously we had to completely vanilla our game. Left 4 Dead 2 looks like dog shit in general, like the aiming, the guns, everything. So I'm gonna slap my mods back on. You can blame
it on the Australian internet.
I mean, I don't know what. No, I think it was mods. Mods were fucking conflicting. They had to be because like it instantly worked.
That's also why if I ever do that's why if I ever do another, you know, another mod of some sort, I'd really be wanting to hold out till Left 4 Dead 3 because Left 4 Dead 2 is now aged. The engine itself does have limitations, and you know, mods that are of any significance should obviously take traction. And as Left 4 Dead 2 is now an aged platform, it's going to start tapering off. And so, and you have mentioned, you know, the hardcore players. So problem is that releasing this mod, what will probably happen is that not much attention will come to it because it's not on a lot of the modding websites. When you release a new mod, it takes front page. When you add a update, it doesn't do that. And at the end of the day, I'm not going for like attention or trying to get as much exposure.
No, but you do want people to know to replay it. That's the problem. You do want people to notice, not for the sake of what you've done, but obviously yes, it is partially that, but mainly so they know that it's been redone and get a chance to replay it.
Yeah, well, the people have been waiting for so long.
Well, hopefully those people will get the, because I get updates, because as long as they say you to a follower, there's a couple obviously Left 4 Dead modders I have set to follow, so as soon as they release something, I get an update with what they release, and if they have that done, or whoever this video reaches, if you haven't already played this map, you'll get the chance to do so and get to play it as an update, or if you already have it, it will self-update, right, you said?
Yes, well, here's the thing. So it's going to be going back up to, it's going to be uploaded both to Steam Workshop and GameMaps.com as per the original campaign when I released it. GameMaps.com will be one massive file. I believe it will be put into a zip folder, so it should be 500 meg to download, but it'll be a gigabyte in size with the package. Otherwise, when I upload the new version on Steam Workshop, it will now be 6 rather than 7 add-on parts, and if you subscribe to the 6 that I am using, because the 7th will be removed because it's no longer used, it should auto update for everyone, and when they play through next, they'll be like, what is this?
What the hell?
Remember this area. So yeah, my only concern doing that is I have crappy internet, living in Australia. So I'm hoping that when I do upload it, I can upload it as soon as possible because, you know, old add-on parts mixed with new add-on parts that have been completely repackaged and redesigned.
Yeah.
I worry it'll break the campaign for people while I'm in that interim stage of, you know, 3 of 6 packages uploaded and people are like, what in the hell is wrong with the campaign? I'm like, don't kill me. I'm just updating it for more content.
Giving it time. But you know what? It was great to play with you again. We had a blast as well. The campaign looks great.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it's been a while. The campaign looks even more amazing than I already did. You know, I already kissed your ass enough the first playthrough, so I'll try not to kiss your ass too much on the second, because it was like when I first played through, it was like a dream come true. But honestly, you did fantastic work, and it was great for you to show off everyone, and you know, they could hear it from your mouth, not just my own. And at least we got this to work as well. So it was great to do another video game with you. And
it was actually good. I mean, yeah, it was my campaign, but it was actually good playing Left 4 Dead 2 again. You know, it's one of those games that's it's good fun with friends, and so it was really nice playing with you, and I appreciate you doing this with me, and so look forward to seeing the video when it's uploaded. Yeah, I'm gonna get that started now, so I'm gonna just thank everyone for watching, and if you haven't checked out the map already, make sure to do so, and catch us on the next one. See you later, guys.
Cheers.